Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Shell Nuts. We made it to episode 10 and we have got a great one for you in this episode. We woke up early and drove across the state to the west coast to visit Marco Island Beach, one of our favorite places to visit and shell, and we were rewarded. We got to see a beautiful sunrise and we found shells everywhere. There was a wind event the day before and we were rewarded with all kinds of shells. So many great shells that we were able to collect and bring home. Such a great little collection and would review with you today in this video. We're also going to share some old bonus footage of what it looked like directly after Hurricane Ian. Some really amazing footage, kind of sad, but some really cool footage to share with you there also. So lots of great stuff, a nice long episode, a lot of great shelling. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, welcome to episode 10, our final episode of season 1. In this episode, we decided to go big. We woke up at 2:45 in the morning, ouch, and drove to Marco Island. We woke up this early because there was a low tide at 5:30 in the morning, an hour before sunrise, and so we just had to get there early. And traffic's better early in the morning, so it makes the drive go a little bit quicker. Yeah, the drive's pretty straightforward to us. It's about the same distance or time-wise to Marco Island as it is to Sanibel and Fort Myers, about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So yeah, and again, all the lights are pretty much green, so it's kind of nice when you drive early, you miss all that. So we hopped out of the car and onto the beach, and did you see that little flicker of light up ahead? I figured we'd be the first person on the beach. We were there so early, but there was another person, but they were just fishing. So we ended up being the actual first shellers on the beach, which was kind of cool. I don't really like shelling at night because you just don't see nature, and it's just kind of creepy, and you miss a lot of shells, honestly, even with all the flashlights. But we started our search. We were on the kind of the southwest tip of Marco Island. Tiger Tail Beach can be great too also, but we decided to hit this one first. We have a lot of great shelling footage. I've invited my wife to help me out with narration on this episode because it's pretty long. So honey, you want to jump in here and start us off?
First up is a juvenile fighting conch. It's a live one. I've never found a live baby juvenile fighting conch, so I was just basically admiring it. I think it's so cute. After I was done admiring it, I did put him back in the water. I thought he needed the extra help. And then I found I believe that's an alphabet cone. Sure. It's kind of hard to see because of the light, but I'm pretty sure it's an alphabet cone. I was just inspecting it. It looks good to me, so I went ahead and kept that one.
I would have. Great start to the day.
It sure was.
Yeah, nice find, babe. Great start. Up next
is a lightning whelk. Again, inspecting it in the dark, it's kind of hard to tell whether it's a good shell or not, but it appears to be that way.
It's pretty.
Yeah, no cleaning. That's the best part.
Yeah, some nice orange accents on it. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a keeper for sure. Yeah, it's a little, we got to expect it a little longer at night because it's hard to see.
Yes, and then I found a fighting conch. This is an adult, inspecting it. It had some stuff on there, so I just went ahead and left it behind. It's still early in the day to be collecting them. And then I picked up a moon snail. It looks like it's all right. I think I wind up leaving that behind because I felt like I could find like a better one throughout the day. And then I found a really nice juvenile fighting conch.
Beautiful.
Look at the horns on that one. I definitely kept that one.
Yeah, that was a really nice one.
Of course, another lightning whelk. I can't have too many of those. Those are just gorgeous.
They are.
Yeah. Inspecting that one, and then I found a little smaller one. I always like to keep small lightning whelk. I have a small to tiny collection for those things. I'm trying to complete that collection. And then I think this is an apple murex. Yes,
It is.
it's really hard to tell because of the lighting, but this is a baby a small apple murex.
Apple
Murex.
Apple Murex. And now the sun's coming up finally, and we can see better, all of us, including you. And that was a real pretty piece of a true tulip,
Yes.
right? And then you looks like you found, what do you find here?
Another apple murex.
Yeah.
I'm just washing it off. Now you can really see it. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, that's
I
a
like
nice
the color
one.
in that one.
Yeah, beauty, nice find. It's got a few barnacles on it, but those pop right off, and
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be gorgeous once it's cleaned up, right?
Yes, and the barnacles around too, which is great.
Cool. Well, here comes the sun. Here's a sunrise, a beautiful sunrise in Marco Island. Let's share this moment with all of you and turn the mic off. All right, so the sun is up, and now we can make a much better assessment of the situation. And we were just in love with what we saw. There was a great high tide rack line, which we're seeing here in the video, and there was also a great low tide rack line. And we've been to the same area before many times and not found much at all. This is the very south-facing beach of Marco Island, and you can only get here at a negative low tide, and even then you get wet because you have to kind of walk around the rocks there on the southernmost point and kind of wade through the water. And you can see some people were here, I think, the night before and found some shells and put them up there on the dock. But again, great shells everywhere. Super happy that we chose this day due to the wind event that we saw the night before, kind of watching the weather. And I'm doing a quick scan of the beach here. I'm just seeing if there's anything big and chunky, and then I'll come back through the area with a fine-tooth comb. But that was a piece of a big lightning whelk, but unfortunately not whole. Going to jump down to the low rack line here, the low tide rack line, and see if there's any big chunky stuff down here. Always hoping to find something really special like a Junonia or something on days like this. We still haven't found one yet, so I'm always looking for those square spots of a Junonia or something really big like a big horse conch or a big lightning whelk. But I'm super happy there's shells everywhere. I know it's going to be a great day, but right now I'm just doing quick scans. It's a cute little fighting conch, but I'm going to save the space in my shell bag like my wife mentioned for later, so I'll let that one stay there. Here's a huge something. It's a huge clam. Look at the size of this. Anybody for some clam chowder? I mean, nice and alive and beautiful, and I think that's the biggest live one I've ever found. Gorgeous. I'll put him back, put him or her back, and let him go about his business. Cute little another little juvenile fighting conch, and I mean, shells everywhere. We got a lot of great individual footage of different shell types to show you. Just doing this quick scan. Beautiful little lace murex here. She's alive, so I'll put her back in the sand and flip her over and help her out there. And then again, scanning around, and cute little bay scallop. I always love those. You probably see me pick up way too many in the videos. And here's a cute little fighting conch. I can tell it's alive and it's like snuggled in its blanket there, so I'm going to leave it there. So up next, we've got another kind of long clip where I just let the video camera run. It's a really cute apple murex here. That was a really nice find. Just going to scan and see what I find in this rack line. There's shells everywhere, and it's just one long continuous video clip. There's a real pretty lightning whelk. I've already got a few in the bag, and they're just everywhere, so I'm really being finicky about the ones that I keep at this point. I may keep a lot more later, but for now I'm just investigating. Beautiful shells. I mean, just very lucky to see so many, and just going to keep looking. There's a real pretty Florida fighting conch, and also right next to it a beautiful lace murex. Now that's a keeper. I love the lace murex. My wife does too. They're such a beautiful shell. Happy to find that one. Just continuing to scan. I mean, you can just see there's a little piece of an apple murex, but there's just little shells everywhere, and you can probably just see them. There's a pear whelk to the right. There are a fig that I missed. There was a fig, and there's a lightning whelk, and there's just tons of shells. And right now I'm looking for big things, like I said, in patterns, but I'm also, you know, sometimes those little juvenile fighting conchs, they look like cones. They look like, so I'm kind of looking for cones or bright things, and just enjoying. I'm loving this, and my wife and I were loving this moment when you get into shell piles like this and you kind of have them all to yourself, and it's just, this is what shellers dream about, right? Is having moments like this where you get into these big shell piles and it's just things everywhere. Pretty little lettered olive there, but I think I left that one behind. I find some real pretty ones, and my wife does too later in the day. But look at this footage. I mean, there's fighting conchs laying all over the place, lots of bivalves everywhere, and again and cool, an albino fighting conch. It's a little dirty, but that's a true albino, and we'll show you at the end of this video it cleaned up. And rare to find an albino. We actually find 2 today, so really cool. But now I'm going to let my wife take over.
So here I found a lace murex. At the time I wasn't sure if it was a lace murex, so I was inspecting it. I've never seen a rose color lace murex. I've always seen some white ones, some tan ones, but never a rose color one. So after turning it around, there's the ruffle, so that's a lace murex, so that confirmed it. Here are 2 live creatures. I didn't know the fig was live until I touched it. And then I kind of flipped it around, and it was a little bit slimy, so I just went ahead and just kind of placed it back and let it do its thing.
Yeah, it's outside of its shell. You can see it kind of surrounding its own shell. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I went over and checked out the live fighting conch. I always like to see live creatures. And he's just doing his thing.
He's chilling.
Yeah, I was just admiring that.
It's a neat video clip, the 2 live creatures right next to each other like that. And that's rare to see a live fig like that. So nice video clip, babe.
Thank you.
All right, what do we have up next?
This is a pear whelk. And then I also picked up a banded tulip. I think I'm just walking over to the water. Yep, to rinse it out.
Rinse them off, get a better look at them, right?
Yes. Ooh, this one's pretty.
Beautiful.
It's a beige color one. Love beige color one. They're so pretty.
Beige? I'd almost say that's a yellowish orange.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
The color's a little weird because of the sunrise.
Could be. And
Yep.
here is a pear whelk. And again, just admiring it. It's a pretty good size one. It looks like it's all intact.
It's in great shape.
Yeah, there's a little nick down there, but I don't care.
It's a beautiful pear whelk.
Yeah, I want to keep it anyways.
Nice find.
Thank you. Here I found a moon snail. Yes, it's a very pretty moon snail.
Yeah.
And it's a good size. Oh, it got a little hole on the side of it, but it's okay. I think I'll wind up keeping that one anyways.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Yeah. And then, ooh, look at this one. Wow, look at the patterns on that one. So pretty. So this is also another banded tulip. There's some barnacles on there. I was inspecting it to make sure that it wasn't live, so I wanted it so that it wasn't, so I went ahead and kept that. So it's gorgeous.
It's a gorgeous. That's our best one of the day. Those barnacles popped right off, and it's a huge one. Nice find, babe.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so up next we have one of the prettiest lightning whelks I've ever found. The lines on this and the crispness and the contrast in the points and everything. Should have held that one a little longer. It was gorgeous when we got home and inspected it more closely. Here's a really cute little yellow prickly cockle. But two cute finds there, but that lightning whelk was actually pretty spectacular. You'll see it again later. Here we got another long video clip where I just let the video clip the video run because there's just so many shells everywhere. It's a pretty little calico scallop. Had a nice little white stripe running down the middle and a barnacle on there, but that'll pop right off. But again, I mean, look at this. I mean, this is just fantastic. And this is only about maybe 20% of, you know, all the shells that we had to look through today, maybe even less than that, maybe 10%. So you're just seeing a small subsection of what we're scanning through here. But I mean, look at this, 2 banded tulips right next to each other. They're in a little bit of they're a little worn down, so I left those there. Let's keep looking. Cute little juvenile fighting conch there, but didn't decide to keep that one. I think I kept a few others, but not that one. We've got a lot of those. We got a lot of fighting conchs, so we only keep a few, just like the lightning whelks. But look at this shell pile. I mean, it's so thick. And you know, where's that Junonia, man? Come on, it's got to be there somewhere one of these days. Yeah, again, I'm letting these videos run because it's just really cool to just see so many great shells everywhere, and real pretty little half of a spiny jewel box there, and another cute little calico. That lightning whelk was just half. It wasn't a full lightning whelk that you see in the screen here. That's why I didn't pick that one up. But up next, We saw quite a few of these in this trip.
So here we have a 9-legged sea star, and I think you did pick him up, honey.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was alive.
Oh, looks like it's alive.
Yeah, his legs are moving.
Oh,
And he's
wow.
lost a leg, so it's an 8-legged sea star.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, let's put him back in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot on the beach that day. I think we found like 8 or 9. And yeah, just trying to get him back in the water, and hopefully he'll be a little happier out there.
Ooh, well here I spotted a starfish, and looks like he was trying to crawl
This
in the
is
sand.
a great video, close-up that you shot of him actually walking.
I was amazed. I mean, this is my first time seeing a 9-legged starfish or sea star. It's gorgeous, and yet it's creepy at the same time.
They are a little creepy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, but you can see the trail it's leaving in the sand as it's walking. I think it's trying to get back to the water. Really cool video clip. So, what do we have here?
Oh, this is a Venus clam. It was one of my biggest one that I've seen. So again, I was just looking at its pattern. It was pretty glossy, so I was really happy about that. It's a good size.
Hinged sunray Venus clam, beautiful, great
Yes.
find, babe.
And it looks like a butterfly wing.
It
so
does.
I went ahead and kept that one. For
Nice.
Sure.
So here we're going to just turn off the microphone and let Marco Island show off and give you a little bit of time to listen to this beautiful coastline. Okay, back to shelling. What do we have up next, babe?
It looks like a light color banded tulip. It's pretty. I'm just inspecting the size of it, see if there's any ding. Looks good.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I went ahead and kept that one. And then I was just looking around. Oh, look at this one. This one's kind of like a yellow-orange fighting conch.
Gorgeous.
Oh, look at the underside. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. The orange, definitely going to keep that and has all its points.
Great points on
Yes.
that one.
Mm-hmm.
And that white top, it's a really pretty fighting conch.
Yep.
All right, what's up next?
Let's see. Ooh, I found my second alphabet cone. Oh, yes. This is definitely a great day. So I'm looking at it. It looks great. It's a lighter color alphabet cone.
Spots are worn off a little bit, and it's got
Yeah.
kind of a lump in it. It's kind of weird. It's not perfectly round, but 2-0. You're killing me here this morning. I haven't even found one yet.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. And here I found a juvenile fighting conch. Love the patterns on that one. It still has its points on there, so always loving that.
That's a
gonna go
keeper.
back. Yes, it is. A broken jingle. And then that one is what is it, honey?
It's a broad-ribbed cardita, I believe.
Oh, it looks very pretty.
They're all over the place. Super cute shell. All right, let's see. This looks like me. What do we have here? Or is that you? That might be
That
you.
looks like a top snail.
Yeah, when we both wear the gloves.
Yeah, exactly. Here I just grabbed like a whole bunch of shells all at once because I didn't want to get them washed away, so I'm mixing them out.
Ooh.
Now I'm just gonna go through my
That's
loot
a nice little
and just
collection.
check it out.
Yeah,
So let's see what I have. Ooh, a light color lightning walk.
yeah.
Love lightning walk. Can't stop collecting those. Ooh, a miniature one. Look at the lines on that one, honey. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's a cute miniature.
Yep, it's gonna go to my little miniature collection. Adding that one. And ooh, here's a lace merix.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at that. Look at the ruffles underneath. It's gonna clean up. I want to clean that up a little bit more.
It's already pretty clean.
I know, but you can clean that up a little bit more. You can see the ruffles on the edges and stuff. So,
Nice.
loving that little shell right there.
Yep, that's a gorgeous one. Nicely done. Never can get enough lace myrixes.
No. And of course, another lightning walk.
Yeah.
The light color ones. I like the light color
It's a little
one.
beat up though, right?
Yeah, it is. I think I wind up leaving that behind later on.
Yeah.
And then of course this top snail. You know, it's kind of funny. The pattern almost looks like a snake skin, almost.
A little bit, I could see that. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful top snake.
Yeah, it's all intact.
Yeah, nicely done. All right, so up next we got a great little video clip of some miniatures that my wife finds. Honey, take it from here.
So here I found a bubble.
Cute little guy.
Yeah, he sure is. And then a seraph.
Yeah.
I'm just suspecting its size. This will probably definitely work really well in my little small to tiny shell collection. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that little guy.
Yeah, got to show the seraph some love, right?
We sure do. And then here's a small, I believe it's an apple murex.
Yeah.
It's an apple murex. It has really nice colors, and it'll definitely, you know, go nicely with my collections as well.
Yeah, no barnacles. That's nice, clean, ready to go. Nice find, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah, the miniatures are real fun to collect.
Yes. And then here I spotted a banded tulip. And oh wow, look at that. It's a nice color. No, it's a nice kind of tan colored tulip. And it's a good size. I like the lines on this tulip, and the front looks good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful tulip. Yeah, another great one.
Ooh, and then here, oh my gosh, look at that orange on the underside. It's a fighting conch. And
It's gorgeous.
I know, the orange on that is just outstanding. It also has some patterns at the top,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
got
really
a
nice.
beautiful zigzag pattern there along the top and all the little points and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic fighting conch.
Yeah,
Really nice find, Dave.
definitely going to keep this one as well.
Yep. Yep. Really nice one. What do we have next?
Oh, I was trying to catch a Florida cone. That took a little bit of work. It looks like it had, you know, some repair done to it, but other than that, it looks pretty good. It's a good size Florida cone, and I like the color. The top looks really good, and that's,
Yeah, it's the only one we found of the day, which is weird. We found 4 alphabet cones and only 1 Florida cone. So showing a little love to the Florida cones. They're really cute. Check this out. What do you got here, babe?
so here is a Gaudy Naughty, and it was actually alive. So this is the first time I've ever seen a live Gaudy Naughty, and it's just so beautiful. Look at the colors on that, lines and everything.
Amazing. Yeah, it's still alive. That's why it's so crisp and that white underneath. And I've never seen a live one either, so this is a really cool find, babe.
I think that's like its trap door. It's
Trap door. I'm thinking it's the operculum. But
yes. It's his way of just, you know, preventing other critters from getting to him.
Yeah, that's its purpose. But that's a gorgeous Gaudy Nautica, and I wish we could have kept it, but it's really cool to find a live one. Let's put him or her back and let her go about her way. And what do you got up next here, babe? Looks like a...
Ooh, it's a fight. Nope. It's a cone. No.
Nope. Nope.
What's that? No, horse conch.
It's
And
a
a
horse.
Sarah.
Yes, it's
Yes.
nice finds, babe. A little bit bigger seraph.
Yes, second one that I found today, and this is probably the 4th or 5th, you know, horse cone that I found today, which is
Horse
really
conch,
nice.
yep.
Horse conch.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you found like 4 or 5. Yeah, and we'll see him at the end of the clip when we review the loot. So nice find, babe.
Thank you.
And then looks like we got to show a little love to the jingles, right?
Yes, jingles are always so pretty. They actually come like in white, silver, yellow, and then some other colors as well. But I like the orange ones the most.
Yeah, they're fun to collect. What do we have here?
It looks like you found a leather olive.
Le-
Ooh,
yeah.
it looks so shiny. Look at the patterns on that.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it still has its point, honey.
It does. Yeah, the lettered olives that we find on the West Coast are amazing. And then I think we're going to find one last really gorgeous lightning loke here, right?
Yes, look at the patterns on that one. Oh,
The color is it's got a little bit more yellowish in it.
mm-hmm.
Really cool. All right, add that to the collection. So up next we have some bonus footage that we shot right after Hurricane Ian, a couple days after Hurricane Ian. We went to Marco Island, the same place that we're shelling in today's video, and we were pretty shocked by what we saw. There was just an immense number of shells all over the beach, and unfortunately nearly all of them were alive. It was kind of really sad. You could just hear them all moving. And I love shells. My wife loves shells, and whenever we find live ones, we try to put them back in the water, and so that they'll live. And there were just so many; it was overwhelming. We just couldn't put them all back, and I felt kind of sad because just all the way down the beach, there were shells, and I mean amazing shells. Now horse conchs their population is struggling a little bit, so we did try to put every horse conch that we found that seemed like it was drying out, we tried to put it back in the water to try to help out that population a little bit. But just crazy. You know, you think you're going to be all excited about all the shells everywhere, but then it's that celebratory mood is kind of dampened by, you know, just the fact that there's just so many liveys everywhere, and you want to try to help them all out. I mean, look at all these beautiful horse conchs, and it's great to see them alive. And but yeah, we tried to save as many as we could. Just crazy numbers of shells, and I think several people maybe had already been there, because we never saw a single alphabet cone. Now, how is that possible that there were this many shells? Look at the size of this lightning whelk. Pretty amazing. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. So yeah, it was neat to see some really big shells there, and it was just pretty cool. But at the same time, yeah, just so many live things. And again, it was weird. No Junonias, no alphabet cones, not even a Florida cone. I mean, the shells were everywhere, so I think there had been some folks there that had already combed through and picked out some of the nicer ones. But take a look at this. I mean, it's just crazy. And again, the sound of them all moving around is, you know, I feel a little bit better for these guys because they're a little bit in the water and they'll be fine. But some of the ones that were higher up, I felt kind of bad for. But yeah, you know, there's the Florida fighting conch population's pretty healthy. I'm sure this event didn't help at all, but I think they'll be fine. But some of the more rare species I was a little worried about when I saw this. But it was a pretty amazing day. We did end up finding some empty ones, you know, because there were some empty ones scattered in with these, and we did come back with a you know, pretty fun collection of shells. But at the same time, when we were driving back, we were just a little nervous. Look at this little guy, baby octopus. How cute is he? He's in our intro video. He's so cute. And we found a couple of these, and where they were up high and dry, we tried to, you know, put them back in the water. But anyway, pretty amazing footage, and hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, let's keep going.
So up next, I found a broken sand dollar. I think sand dollars are so pretty. I already have a whole bunch of those from our previous tours, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this one behind. And here is a banded tulip. It's in great conditions. I love the patterns on that one, so I'm going to keep that one. Here is a white scallop.
Yeah, white-based scallop.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one that white before. Actually, I did a couple times.
Yeah, they're rare, but yeah, we found some.
And here is a spiny jewel box with a very nice thorn or spikes on the top.
Big one.
Yeah.
Nice find.
Thank you, honey. And I think here my husband found a hinge spiny toolbox, and which is really rare. Most of the times you only find like half of it, but for him to find a hinge one, good job, honey.
Thanks.
Oh, looks like I found a very big tube worm.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It is. I think that's the biggest one I've ever found.
Yeah, get the ketchup. We got the curly fries. That's what I think when I see them. Nice find.
It does look like a curly fry.
Yeah. And then lastly,
I believe this is a true tulip, which is the only one I found for the day. Unfortunately, we didn't find any more of the true tulips, and this one's actually broken, and I was really devastated. But I just wanted to go ahead and pick that up and just check it out. And look at the size on that.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? If only it was whole.
All right, and then what else do we have?
Looks like you found a shark eye. It's a Paul Newman shark eye. Oh, look at the blue eyes.
The blue eye. That's probably the nicest one we found.
Yeah. Can I have that one?
Yeah, you can. All right, and then this next video clip is really cool because I find a bunch of good shells all right next to each other. And starting it off with a bang, I find a beautiful albino fighting conch. Very rare. We found 2 of them that day. That one cleaned up real nice. You'll see it later in the review the loot section. And so I'm also checking around. It's amazing what I find in this one clip. Look at this beautiful parwelk I find. This is the largest one I've ever found, and it's still got a lot of color on it. It's in really great shape. I was so stoked to find this parwelk. And I see some other shells around the area, so I'm going to set these down just for a second. But look at that parallel. That is amazing. So it's a really cool find. And yeah, just right in the same area. Check this out. Like our best calico scallop of the day. Got those beautiful orange stripes overlapping that purple. I love it when I find those. They're so cool looking. Put a little mineral oil on those and they just pop and they look great. And then here's another beautiful shell, another banded tulip. Just wow, all these great shells right next to each other, and you just let the video roll. I mean, it's crazy. I find another, look at this, another gorgeous parallel. I mean, it's a jackpot right here in this section. So cool to just find these and all right next to each other. That's why I kind of saved this video clip for last. And then another beautiful lightning whelk. Just got to grab another one of those for the day. So cool to find those all right next to each other.
Well done, honey. Well done.
Thanks, babe. Okay, so I got kind of a funny story to share with you. So once upon a time earlier in our shelling careers, when we first started shelling, we came to this exact area right now where my wife has found this big piece of a horse conch. And back then we had not found many alphabet cones. And I walked through the same area and didn't find anything. And my wife followed me up about a few minutes later and pulled a beautiful chocolate alphabet cone out of the water and screamed out, "Look what I got." And I was like, "That's great, honey." But at the same time, I'm dying inside because I'm so frustrated that I missed it, because at that point she had found a couple and I hadn't. So I was really disappointed. But today, here I am in that same spot where my wife just picked up this same piece, and today it was my turn. Today I ended up finding something that she missed, and I'm totally redeeming myself. So there's some pretty Murexes. This is a pretty lace. I think I kept that one. I'm not sure. Maybe it was alive. I'm not sure. But in this, yeah, it's a nice lace Murex. That'll clean up real nice. But I think I keep that later because I spot this. Check it out. This is one of those great moments where you see the spots that you're looking for of an alphabet cone, and you're just hoping that it's in whole and it's in good shape. And what do you know, it is. Great moment for me. I'm so happy. Like I said, totally redeemed myself for that day when I missed one and my wife came up behind me and found it. Today I found the one that she missed. So really cool. Super happy. We found quite a few chocolate alphabet cones recently, so it's nice to find that lighter color. You can see in the video. I'm super happy. Love alphabet cones, really adore them, and I'm gonna keep looking. This is a great little spot, and I find a real pretty banded tulip as well. Always love the banded tulips. They're a gorgeous shell. Never get tired of them. But again, really great moment for me, and happy to share that story with you. All right, so we wound up, both of us, with great shell bags. We'll be able to give some of these away and keep some for ourselves, but it was time to get out of here because the tide was coming up and you have very limited time. We had to wade back to the regular beach in waist deep water, almost chest deep, and when we got back, there was hardly anybody. Actually, there was a ton of people on the normal beach, and there were still lots of shells. We found a few more, but yeah, pretty amazing. This was only 8 a.m. and you can see how many shellers are on the beach. The Marco Island has been inundated with people because of, you know, Sanibel and Fort Myers are kind of still under repair, so people have to come here. But wonderful day, lots of shells. So let's review the loot. All right, everyone, it's time to review the loot. Man, we got a great review. West coast of Florida, Marco Island, thank you so much. It's such a great place to shell. And look at the variety of shells we found on this trip. Let's get down to business. Got a lot of shells to go through. I'll take the left side, babe. You take the right side, okay? And then we'll finish in the center with our favorites. How about that? Okay. All right, so up first, we got some spiny jewel boxes that we found, some tube worms, a couple of lettered, alphabet cones. Not the greatest alphabet cones over here, but still fun to find those. One nutmeg, one turban, not a big find on those, but not a big deal. Some pretty shark eyes, some pretty Sunray Venus clams. Got a real nice assortment of lace Murexes. And also we found one little King's Crown. That was kind of a nice find. Nice assortment of apple Murexes. Boy, the lettered olives over there on the West Coast, man, you get these shiny ones, really shiny with the points on them. Love the lettered olives from the West Coast. Got a nice little assortment of jingles. It's always fun to add those to the collection. And man, the banded tulips, I love banded tulips. I know they're kind of common, but I just think they're a gorgeous shell. And we got a really nice assortment of those. And man, these juvenile fighting conchs can be so beautiful sometimes, and they have little ridges and different patterns than some of the grown-up ones. So those can be kind of like their own unique shell, even though they're this, you know, just a fighting conch. So then we got a really cool collection of calico scallops and bay scallops. Got a couple of orange, bright orange ones. Got a real pretty white one. And there we got a calico clam and a couple of miniatures that you found, babe. Mm-hmm. It's always fun to add to your miniatures collection. Heading over to your side, what's up?
All right, we got the fighting conchs along this line.
A bunch of different colors, huh?
Yes, there are. And then we also have a true tulip.
Yeah.
These are really nice color. Unfortunately, we didn't find the
whole tulip. Yeah, cannot wait to find. Look at that orange one. Oh man, we have not found a pretty orange one like that yet. We kept the pieces because they were so pretty.
Definitely a bucket list.
Yeah. What's up next?
And then we also have the parallels.
Yeah, a nice assortment of parallels.
Yes, and then we have a paper fig.
Yeah.
Smallest one. We actually have two. This one and the one right over here.
The one in the center. Yes. Yeah.
And then a lot of lightning whelks from the babies up to the adults.
Yeah, the lightning whelks, man, on the West Coast are so gorgeous.
They are.
They're like, you know, they got the points on them. There's so much clarity in the lines and the patterns. The lightning whelks are so beautiful on the West Coast of Florida. And then, right, we're headed towards the center, our favorites. God, man, such a great assortment. This parwelk is the finest one we've ever found. It's just huge. It's gorgeous. So that's going to go in our personal collection as our finest example yet. I mean, wow, what a shell. Nice big lace murex. This shark eye's got that Paul Newman kind of blue eye in the middle. This particular lightning whelk has got these nice points on it. Kind of cool, a little bigger than the others. That fighting conch, it's got that beautiful orange peach kind of color, and it's got its points, and that's just a really pretty example of a fighting conch. And we got two albinos in one trip. I mean, how cool is that? That's kind of the prettier one. We'll clean up the inside, but that's cool. We had a spiny jewel box that was hinged, but unfortunately the hinge on it gave out, which is, it happens sometimes. But yeah, that was cool. You found a really nice little assortment of the miniature horse conchs, babe. Nice job. It's probably our best banded tulip on the trip. The biggest one is pretty. Check out that calico with the orange stripes on the purple. So pretty. Nice little gaudy. Another spiny jewel box.
Yeah, this one's really
look at the spine on that one. Pretty cool. And a nice apple murex. I like that lighter color. And another, you know, real pretty fig. I mean, yeah, that's a real pretty one. And this is actually a hinged calico, which I think, you know, we don't find those very often, the hinged calico clam. And we're going to finish it off with that alphabet cone in the middle and that Florida cone that we found. Always love pretty cones. So again, great trip, right?
Yes, it was awesome.
What's your favorite shell?
All right. I'm going to have to say this albino fighting conch.
Great choice.
It's gorgeous.
How cool is that?
I haven't found one yet. You're like
3-0?
Yeah, 3-0 right now. So I really want to steal this one from you. That's my favorite.
It's all community property, babe. So.
Yeah. No,
got anything else?
I do like the lace murex. They are my favorite.
Yeah.
It's usually because they have these cute little ruffles towards the end right here.
So cute, right? Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So lace murex are definitely one of my favorites as well.
My favorite is definitely this parwelk. I mean, it's just so big and beautiful. So happy to find that guy. So other than that, just kind of the cute little story behind that alphabet cone. But great trip. So much fun. And this concludes season 1. You know, we've done 10 episodes, 4 quickies in a very short amount of time. We're going to take a break, and we're going to shoot some new footage, get some new footage put together for season 2. This isn't Game of Thrones. You won't have to wait a year and a half for season 2. Season 2 will be coming up very shortly, and got a lot of fun things planned for season 2. So I'm going to throw up another screen here on the TV and kind of show you some of the other things that we have planned for season 2. But again, what a great trip to Marco Island, and hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, let's talk a little bit about season 2, and then we'll finish this off. All right, let's chat about season 2, because as you can see in this list, we got a lot of cool stuff planned. I'm going to film that second part of that Florida Keys shelling series where we jump in the water and go snorkeling for shells. We're gonna produce an episode on how we clean, restore, and protect our shells and really transform them from some, it's a really cool episode and a lot of cool stuff to learn there. We're going to hit Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach. We're going to go back. It's been a long time. We can't wait to get back there and film some episodes. We've had some amazing days shelling there, so we look forward to that return. We're going to hit up some more Florida East Coast beaches, go a little bit further north into Central and North Florida. It'll be summertime, so we're going to be able to jump in the water and do more snorkeling for shells, so hopefully we'll find some cool stuff doing that. We're going to film an episode on strategies for kind of when to go shelling, how to watch the weather, tides, people, all sorts of stuff that goes into picking a good time to go shelling. We're also going to have some fun and allow some of our viewers to test their expertise and film an episode called What the Shell, where we have all sorts of different rare and not so rare shells and give beginners and intermediates and advanced a chance to identify shells and rate themselves and on the scoring that they receive, and it'll be fun. And then we're also going to hit up some unknown destinations that we just haven't planned yet. We probably go back out to California. We might do some more filming out there. And then lastly, to kind of give back to all our viewers and subscribers and all the lovely comments that we get, we truly appreciate all of it. We're going to put together some little shell collections in the jars like we did in season 2 and do some giveaways. We're also going to have a kind of a drawing where we give people a chance to request that we find a shell for them when we're shelling, and we'll have a long list of folks and their requests. We'll take you with us, and when we're shelling, if we find your shell, we'll ship it to you at free of charge. Just trying to give back to everyone, and again, just spread the shelling love and fun for the hobby. And season 2 is going to be great. So if you liked season 1 or any of the videos, always feel free to click like, and please subscribe so you'll know about when our season 2 starts. Again, thank you everyone for watching our videos in season 1. We truly appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon in season 2.